Great job. All right, so we got I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Alex Corral. So guys, give us a second to get set up here. And we're gonna get started here. And Alex, I'm asking you to unmute there. So you're still muted, Alex. Try it again.
Good?
Yep, I can hear you. Hold on one second. Okay. All right, Alex, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to do a little intro. Mr. Boom Nominal himself, Alex Corral. So let me tell you a little bit about this guy here. We just went golfing yesterday, so we had a great opportunity to hear a little bit about what he, is going to share with you. I just want you to understand that we talk, there was a strategic planning involved in bringing in different people today. This wasn't just random. There was somebody to help you with Google, someone to help you with Facebook. My job was to help you with understanding, lead nurturing. I brought in Zach to show you, high end, but also an extreme delegator. I brought in Skylar to show you somebody that kind of stumbled into the business and made something of it. And of course, Brad, who you guys know what just happened there. That was awesome. So this last guy here, Alex, is, I would consider Alex my best friend. We've been friends for almost 10 years. We worked in the restaurant together. We worked at, a few different places together, and we've always kind of, sharpened each other, mostly mentally, right? Having a friend that you could bounce ideas off of, having someone to keep you accountable, having somebody that you could trust to give you the right information. So I owe a lot of my success to Alex's friendship. And it actually occurred, I think, almost 2.5 years ago. Alex decided to start his own cabinet refinishing business. I'll let him get into the story, but more importantly, what he's here to share today is how he balances the head trash, how he handles the mindset, how he battles eliminating depression and anxiety that naturally arise in business. So Alex, I'm gonna let you take it away, bro. I'm gonna sit back with my pen and paper here and let you do what you do best, man.
Oh, Tanner, thank you so much. And everybody who's listening, let's give out a huge thank you to everybody who just spoke, because the information that you just got will make you successful. All right. None of us have created anything on our own. Some have, but most of the things we've asked questions, we've sought after how do we become more efficient. And these guys right here, like, I know I learned stuff. I know my business will be better because of it. So I'm truly thankful to everybody who spoke today, because that was phenomenal wisdom, and they gave it to you from their heart. Okay? That was them being here for you to make you the best you could be. So now it's up to you guys to take all that phenomenal information and put into action. And look, most of these guys are available to call, to talk. Me too. We love when people reach out. We love helping. That's why we're successful, because we love helping. Okay. On another note, I want to just thank Tanner. He has a lot on his plate, and he put this together with phenomenal people. So another shout out to T. He's awesome, and I thank you so much. My story, I could talk for hours, so I'm gonna, get laser focused as much as I can. So really quick, in terms of where I came from, pretty similar to Brad, actually, a different field. About 10 years ago, super arrogant, thought I was the coolest thing out, was in the restaurant business, was a big fish in a small pond, and I like to look good. Like, I needed to look good to others. I run these big places, so I looked good to others. So I felt good about myself. What that led to, and I didn't even see it, was my addiction to looking good, with my addiction to alcohol, my addiction to drugs, my addiction to women. And I was so naive of my mindset that it was unbelievable. Like, I had no heart. I didn't really care about much, but like being the cool guy. That's where I come from. Okay, that's where I came from. Like, total 180. like degree difference now. You know, like since then I've like practiced spirituality, you know, read so many books on business and all these, like everything I could do to get my mind right. Because you got to change your thought process to be able to go to next levels. Okay. And we're going to go through that today. I'm going to give you golden nuggets on how to raise your mindset. All these guys here, they have phenomenal mindsets. They've created phenomenal mindsets and they have great hearts and they do things for others. So that's why they're where they are. They're awesome. All these guys, you out there too, we're no different than you. We just maybe did a couple different decisions and executed. That's it. That's the only thing that's going on here. So I'm going to start here with my emotion, right? This is the big thing for this talk. Sorry, Tanner texted me and he messed me up. So I have one thing that just came up from this talk because I had my thing. So I don't know if you ever listened to mine or Tanner's talks, but it's you know, we had a podcast and Mindset Mondays, and it was HFEV, highest frequency energy vibrancy. That's like being your best person you could be at every second of every day, which will elevate your thought process and make you better in every situation than you would normally be. Okay, so HFEV is going to be like encompassing thing from here, but I have a cool little notion that I made up so that I'm going to keep repeating in every topic so that you guys really get it. And I hope this, you know, reaches your mind. I need you to listen without judgment. I need you to open your mind. Some things you might not like, some things might be phenomenal for your mind, but be open to everything that's going to be said right now so that you can receive it. You know, that's important. Don't need to hear certain things. Be open to all things you're hearing, and this will be the best speech I could give for you because I'm doing it for you guys, from my heart. I hope it reaches you the way I want it to. I want you to really feel this. You know, you can see I'm passionate. I've been through a lot in my life. I go through a lot every day. You know, I work on my mind every day just so I could be my best for my people, for my family, for my kids. And hopefully right now I could be the best for you guys. Okay. That's my goal, you know, so, you know, here it goes. Anyways, so I came up with something. So I'm going to look at, boom, we're here, we're connected. If you're listening to me, I'm talking to your heart, right? I came up with think big squared. So the whole big is squared. Ready? Okay, so when you're becoming something, what your goal is, you know, if you want to be confident, if you want to have $1 million business, if you want to lose weight, if you want to get smarter, you know, grow a bigger business, whatever it is, that will be your it. Okay, so think big squared is the B, right? You got to become it. All right, whatever your it is. Like Brad, another guy said, you got a plan. What's that it? How are you going to become it? That's going to be your plan. I'm more of a free flow guy, okay? I do plan. I do write things out. I do visualize, so don't get me wrong. I'm more free flow, but if you're not used to forming habits, you need to be in becoming the goal you want. You have to set the plan. And you got to keep it at the forefront of your thought process so that you could change your thought patterns to become this new person, to get your goal. All right, so you're becoming it. That's the B. Become it, believe it. If you don't believe that you can do it and you can change your habits and become this new person, I'll tell you, your motivation after the first week or so, done. You're going to be just in so much misery mentally trying to keep up with this new person that you're not going to accomplish your goal. You got to have the vision, you got to have the plan, and you got to believe it with all your heart. That's where your passion comes from, right? You're only going to be guided so long right? With the motivation. That's going to last a couple days. The rest is your heart. So you better be in it to win it or get out. All right. The I. Now you graduate from becoming it to I am it. I am this person because I have the plan and I'm putting it into my schedule. These are the habits I'm going to create. I'm going to be this person and do these things. And you're organizing everything. Like all these guys said, right? All these guys do this in their own way. All right. They're phenomenal. You're phenomenal. There's an easy way to get there, you know? So you are it. You are it. All right. Now you form the habits. Intentionality. Brad said it. All these guys said it. You got to be intentional, right? What are you thinking about all day? Are you nervous all day? Oh, can I do this? You know, or are you planning? Oh, it's going to be the best day ever. I'm going to accomplish all these things regardless what my mind, body are feeling. I'm going to get all these things done that I need to do to become it, right? To be it intentionally. So you got to be present. You got to form your day. Hey, these are the things I'm going to do, non-negotiable to become this person, okay? Because you are this new person now, right? New mind, new attitude, new person, right? Intentionality. Every thought, every action, intentional for who you want to be, okay? G, most important, man. Level 3, highest power. Gratitude and God or whoever you believe in. So when you are, after you've planned it, became it, believe it, then now you're doing it, all right? So you are it, being intentional about it. Now you're thankful for the opportunity to go on this beautiful journey, and you thank God for guiding you through the way, because there's going to be obstacles and you better be ready. The only way you're going to punch through those obstacles if you have heart, belief, and you get through with the highest power, with God. You could only do so much. You need God to give you that faith and hope in those times where you're like, is this even possible? Can I do this? Hell yeah, you can. Because God's got you. All right? Right here. Proverbs 3:5-6. You know what that is? You know what it is? I trust in God with all my heart. I will not lean on my own judgment. If I want to raise my mind, I can't lean on my own judgment. I got to have a higher mind. Okay? That's the new I am, being intentional, getting new ideas, like these guys going around sharing their information, going and grabbing better information. Phenomenal. All right. So that's think big. And it all comes down to HFEV, to the highest power, highest frequency, energy, vibrancy. You could be at the highest power of God. All right. In every second of every day. When you get something that bothers you, don't let that bother you. How are you going to give your energy away to a situation that you don't like? Whatever persists, resists. Or whatever you resist will persist. So the more you don't like something, the more it's going to come in your life until you get used to it or raise above it. All right. So get your mind right. All right. We're going to settle down here. We're going to go through my, I would say, speech on my evolution in the business and how I did it through thinking big. All right. So the first thing I want to go through, and this can hit on anyone trying to start a business or evolve a business, okay? Because both take courage, both take, grit, and you gotta just sit there, plan it, and be ready and go for it. I tell Tanner, let's go. You gonna do it? Let's go. No, nothing else. Everything else gets chopped out. We're either doing it and we die doing it, or that's it. All right. So we got the courageous leap in starting or evolving your own business, okay, or your existing business. So you think, when thinking big is, you have to think of yourself in a different way, or you'll stay the same way. Okay, so you have to have a vision, a North Star. What's this company that you're going to start, right? So becoming it, your company, all these guys hit on it. They all had a strategy they wanted, right? this is what I'm going to do. This is how my business is going to look like. This is my branding. This is how I'm going to run it. This is how I want to be a part of it. Intentional. I am this thing. They had the presence to put everything into a plan and action before the business even was off, pretty much. My first year in business, I only do cabinet refinishing. My first year, I did over $1 million just in cabinet refinishing. I built my first shop knowing I built the first shop with no crews, with 3 spray booths, knowing I was going to do 5 jobs by the end of the year. And I'm not doing one of them. I don't want to do the work. I want to go sell. I was intentional about exactly what I wanted to do and what I didn't want to do. All right. So that's what I did. I built the spray booths. I had about 25 grand in the bank. By the time I was done building everything for the business, I had 4 grand. All right. By the end of the year, I had hundreds of grants. But money's not the point here. It's you got to think big, becoming it, plan it, believe it, believe in it. HFEV, be so excited about it every day, even though it might not look like it's coming together. You got to be patient and excitement. All right. Then what's it going to look like? This company or this evolution of this company, how are you branding it? Who are you bringing in? Are you bringing technology? What professionalism are you going to bring into it? What marketing are you going to do? What efficiencies are you going to bring in that evolve the business? You know, are you going to be committed to the new self to allow you to raise yourself to this next level? Because you got to be higher in mindset to have the best business. What type of leader are you going to be if you're going to grow or have a business, right? You got to be a mentor now. For me, I do 8 to 9 jobs a week. I never go to the job sites. I've trained my guys to be phenomenal in mindset. Every Monday, I do a sermon to them on HFEV and being accountable and being their best selves. I don't even have to worry about them. 8 jobs a week, they get done perfectly. I made sure I trained them to be the best human beings possible. All right, almost 500 5-star reviews in 3 years, just cabinet refinishing. And then what energy are you putting into this evolution or the start of your business? Because how you start the business or how you evolve, what energy, if you're scared, if you're nervous, that's the energy you're putting into this new part of your business. So you're only going to attract that scarcity, that fear. You're going to get yourself in situations because you're in that mindset. You got to do this with excitement and go with God and be ready. All right. So when you're starting your own business, follow these guys. Call us. Hey, how'd you do it? What'd you do? Get that plan, get that strength, get that confidence, get that belief. And then I am this new person. Okay. I am the confidence. I am the dominant sales person, not dominant, not aggressive, but a great person. Again, showing up, looking good, and making these people feel great. All right, get in the jobs. You are the jobs. You are the successful company. You are success. And then you thank God for this prior to getting it, and you feel the success throughout the journey. And it's a lot better journey that way than being nervous the whole time. All right, you got a great crew, a great circle here of phenomenal people who are willing to help. Just reach out. I love when people reach out to me. I'm like, dang, you had some grit to reach out to me. I will talk to you and give you any information you need. All right. How I was scaling to 2 million in 2 years. It's very similar. Like you have to have the plan, the marketing. I had my social media guy. Boom, this is how much money I'm going to put into it. I'm going to get, just from social, I would say Facebook and Instagram, I do over 2 million a year in cabinet refinishing. I get so much work. I just started a remodeling company. In the first month, I did over 100 grand in remodeling, but I was intentional on who I got for the remodeling company. It was my friend who I've had for 10 years, who I trust like my brother, phenomenal heart and works just like me. And I just merged with him. I don't do anything for that other company. I don't make a ton from it, but it's still fun to have cabinet coating kings now be full service. And I have this guy who takes care of it. And then he's my bro, and we chat, and it's even a bigger family, you know. I take care of everyone who's with me. My guys in my shop, anything happens, I'm there for them. They know it. I've always been there for them. They need money, I give them money. They need a day off or this or that, I do whatever I can for them, and they know it, right? So you got to be the best leader you can be when you're trying to decide if you're going to scale or you're going to evolve, or you're going to go into a new business or you're going to evolve your business. Okay. And you really got to be intentional on how that's got to look, because you don't want to put extra energy into something that you don't really want. Don't do things just to look good. Do it because you have the fire for it, and it's not going to take away. And we'll discuss being more balanced later on. Okay. Training. If you're going to scale, training. All right. You got people here who dominate that. I do it more mindset. You tell me to paint a cabinet door, I'm probably 20%, now in the industry. I don't know how to do it as well. But I have managers who are phenomenal, and they all have everyone in my team has a phenomenal mindset, and they're ready, and they're willing to take on any challenge. And we do it all together. My whole shop, 15 guys, friends. We love each other. Leadership. I wake up every morning. Look, guys, I don't have a phenomenal mindset every morning. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, is my business going to survive today? I don't want to do anything actually today. Like the most scarcity mindset possible, if you could think about it. You don't understand. My brain, some days I'm like, why would you do this to me? I ask my brain, like, why would you make me fear and have scarcity like this? But you know what? They're just thoughts. So you got to be aware, hey, those are just thoughts. They'll go away. Let's HFEV it up, baby. No matter what is going on in the body and mind, we know that North Star is. We know who we're trying to be. And that's what you got to put into your company. You show up every day as the best person you could be. And then your company is the best it could be. All right. All these guys here talking today, A+++ people at that. They all go through their own thing at their house. Don't you think they don't? They all have their own shit. But when it comes to showing up every day and putting that behind them for a little bit and being their best person for everybody, the customers, their subs, their employees, their families, they're there 100% because they're not bringing their shit to the table, because it's not cool. We'll talk about that a little later too. And then that belief and vision. Make sure when when I went from when I got to 2 million after my second year, I had the belief and vision. I always knew it was going to happen. I never, worried about it. Those other shit my brain was worried about, but I always knew where I was going with the business and what was going to happen. Okay. It was never a doubt. Don't doubt yourself. Believe in yourself. Support yourself. Give yourself a chance to be your best self. All right. Mental evolution. All right. This is how I went from having nothing and being, having no mindset, pretty much just being total naive Guido wearing V-necks, right? To being a conscious individual and wanting to make every person I run into a better human being for this world. That's my goal. I want to show up and I want people to be like, this guy, how can I be more like this guy? Right? Like, what a great attitude. He compliments me, he's smiling all the time. He has a great energy, and I don't want to fake it too. I want to be authentic. Like I meditate on being the best person I could be. And I work hard on it, guys. It doesn't come natural. Trust me. Some people are just like lovey. Nah, I wasn't a lovey guy, right? I was like, go F yourself. All right. So I've done the transition out. That guy's always there. Remember, your old self will always be there when you'll evolve. So you can never take, that awareness off that, or he'll be sucked right back in. Okay. That's another conversation we could do for 2 hours. So I'm going to move on. Selflessness versus selfishness. Okay. This is the difference between a business owner and an employee. All right. Do you want to be a business owner? You want to scale? You want to go on to a high level? You want to do it stress-free? Or you want to work for somebody, right? When you're selfless, you're now being an employer, because you're not going to get too many thanks. You're not going to get that much appreciation. I give my guys appreciation and thanks all the time, so they give me love back. Not as much as, you know, I give them, but they say thank you, you know. But, you know, I send out thank you or like phenomenal text to Tanner and a couple other guys who I know do so much and maybe aren't getting that thanks. So, side note, if you know anyone who's doing phenomenal, send them a, hey, you're doing phenomenal and you have a phenomenal heart, so keep it up text, right? It really means a lot to people. So that's selflessness versus selfishness. That's a transition when you're able to scale, because the more you scale, the more responsibility you have, the more accountability you have, the more mentorship you need to bring to the table, leadership for others, not yourself, you know, just so you can have the best business, right? And then that also requires you working on yourself and making yourself better. So there's a lot involved in scaling and owning your own business. You got to be prepared for that. You got to want it. You got to feel it inside. Okay. Evolving and complacency. That was kind of what I was talking about. Do you want to evolve? That takes work. It's every day. Every day I work on minimum maintaining. I work out every day. Sometimes it's a maintain day. Sometimes it's a let's get it day. But I do it regardless of what's going on up here or how tired I am, because you got to maintain every day. I meditate, you know, some days I don't want to, but I do it every day, maintain. I need to keep this sharp. I need to keep moving up. I need to get more space in my mind so I can elevate with more love, with more abundance, with more wisdom, more success, you know. And that's what got me here and able to listen to all these phenomenal people who were on this session with us today. So when you want to evolve, you got to commit. If you're going to be this person, this new level, you got to see the habits you need to obtain to become this new person. It's every day, new habit, new habit, new habit. And don't think it's like 21 days. Oh, I got a new habit. It takes a lot longer than that. All right. It takes you nonstop doing those habits that make you the best person that you can be. And then finding new ones to make you even better. That's evolution versus complacency. Right. And how I operate is, you know, I just, in my heart, I have to keep elevating, and, you know, it's more in my heart, maybe not business so much, but more in my heart. But so now we're going to move on to being a balanced man. So this is where I think is super important. Okay. This is where I focus my mindset and energy on, right? I have a phenomenal wife. I have 4 kids, 4 dogs. So I got a lot going on when I get home. All right. So like big business, big family. I can't bring any stress from that business into this house. It's not fair to anybody because they're going through their own stuff. Everyone's going through their own stuff. You got to snap out of whatever you're at with work and come in charged and ready to elevate the house. All right. So balanced man, right? Thinking big. Who are you? What kind of father are you going to be? Becoming this father. Like, who do you want to be, right? What type of father are you going to be, right? You got to come home and these kids know that you're, oh man, dad's home. He's bringing the energy. It's going to be awesome. Gonna give me a big hug. He has a big smile. You know, he's going to make my day better. Or, oh, dang, I hope dad had a good day today. Or he's going to really get on us, you know. Who do you want to be, right? Don't bring that crap home to people, right? And even if they bring it to you, you are so high and elevated at a high level and be like, hey, man, you don't need to bring your things to this household. You know, we're all going through stuff. And then you're so elevated, you could have a great conversation with your son, daughter, wife, where you elevate them. That's what I try to do. Sometimes I fail, trust me. But I try my best. I try my best, guys. I try my best. Mindset and body. Are you staying healthy? I try to work out at 4:30 every morning. I know if I don't, other things are going to come into play, and that's that, so I will myself to wake up. I am a 4:30 wake up guy. I don't want to be, but I am. Recently, I have. It's been a little colder. Sorry, guys. I'm in Florida and I'm still cold. I know some of you are up north, so I'm a little wuss with it. But I do wake up. That's some things you gotta see. You gotta keep your body healthy. However you want to do it, right? You gotta be healthy. You gotta exercise. You gotta feel good. Don't be so focused on the business where your health deteriorates. You're so stressed on the business looking a certain way that the stress is now getting you sick. Because there's no point in having a business. Is freedom, baby. It's not really. It's hard. That's the mindset. We got to make it freedom, right? But don't need the business to be a certain way, to feel a certain way. Like, you should always be you regardless what's going on. Like, my goal in life is to be happy regardless what's going on and have a high mindset that God's going to take care of me. Obviously, I'm putting in massive action into areas of my life to make these things come to fruition. All right. So it's not laziness. I'm not like, oh, I hope it manifests because I think about it. No, I envision it. I put the effort and I let go, and I'm in peace throughout my day, regardless what happens. And usually what happens are the good things, right? Because I'm able to think at a high level. Being a balanced man, you need to balance yourself. The business, yes, you put your time and effort into it, but make sure you're not taking away from your family, from your health, from your mental health. It's important. Like, I meditate a lot every day, so I get the business thoughts out of my brain and I could think of new things and be at peace, or grow the business, or have fun with my family. You got to, if you don't free your mind to have new space to think of new things, you're always going to do the same things. All right. That's insanity. Everyone knows the definition of that. Okay. You get to have peace in your life. You get to relax. You get to have fun however you want to. Another thing, all these guys said it. Get information from other people, right? Then make it your own. I would say I'm pretty creative. I don't like to start things, but when I see something, I can make it better. Okay, I'm really good at that. I'm really good at sales. I don't really like to organize and do certain things, right? But the main thing is you get to give yourself some relaxation time and peace in your mind to get new thoughts to have a better life. All right? If you don't let yourself relax, you're going to break down. You're going to get sick. You're not going to be able to enjoy what you built. That's phenomenal. Okay. So make sure you thank yourself. You thank God for whatever you have, because we have everything we need in this life. All right. Yeah, we want more, but it's okay. That will come with how thankful and happy and appreciative you are for even being able to go and, walk around this world. All right. Man, that's getting too deep. I could go deep. All right. So I'm going to bring it back a little bit. But then, so ask yourself, always ask yourself, are you so consumed in your business that you're forgetting about or losing connections in other areas of your life, like your wife, your family, your health, any of your other habits? Really ask yourself that. It's important. It's what I practice. I'm an elder statesman here too, 39. So I'm intentional on how I want to live my life. And so I really practice on, meditating and seeing what that looks like, and, being peaceful. Even though I have 8 jobs a week, I do it in a way where I'm still home by like 1, 2 o'clock. Some days are longer than others, but I do get home at a a good time to help my wife if she needs, or do whatever needs to happen, work on the business a little more, meditate, work out or whatever, whatever needs to happen, I have space for. All right. Now, what it all comes down to, HFEV. HFEV to the highest power, baby. Highest frequency, energy, vibrancy to the highest power. This whole world is made of energy, vibrations, and frequencies. That's music. That's everything. You put any vibration and anything into water, into any of these molecules, you see it forms different shapes and patterns. Okay? So you want to be in a vibrancy of joy, of peace, of happiness. That's what you're going to attract. And not only that, however you're feeling, that's how you're going to think, and that's how you're going to act in situations that may be stressful. But if you're chill and you don't let it consume you and you don't get stressed out and angry, you'll be relaxed and patient and make the right decisions. HFEV is huge, right? It's think big squared. Who are you? How's your energy level right now? Is it down? Is it in scarcity? Is it in lack? How are you feeling? All right, it's good. You notice what you're doing. Oh, I'm low. All right, I need to get back to a higher level. What's going on here? You get to be attuned to yourself. You get to be aware and super present in everything you're doing, in every choice, every second of every moment. And that's how you grow. I say with HFEV, get 1% better every day in your mindset. And you, regardless of what comes with prosperity and abundance, you're going to be 10 times happier after a year or two. All right. So those are super important. HFEV all day. That's what you got to focus on. For me, let me walk you through a couple of things, right? So it's not like I wake up and I'm ready to rock and roll every day, like I told you. And I guarantee it's like that with a lot of these guys. Or sometimes maybe they're freaks in nature, and bless them that they do wake up and they're energized and ready. That's awesome. But I wake up, and like I said, I'll meditate and work out and get myself in the mindset where I already did these activities that kicked my butt, and I did when I really didn't want to prepare myself for the rest of the day, where that if anything comes at me, I'm at this high level of accomplishment already where it will not tear me down. Okay? You got to be a force field of positivity. Like, you got to harness a great energy where the negativity just brushes off. That's the goal, right? That's the confidence. That's these guys who are super successful. They don't let the pessimism affect them. They're so optimistic and like focused on their North Star that the becoming that new person. They're already that person, right? On this talk today, I'm like, I don't really do 30-minute talks, but I'm going to be the best freaking speaker in the world today. That's in my head. Probably not. Hopefully I did great for you guys and you got a great message. But I guarantee I did better than I ever would have if I came in like, ooh, I hope I look good. So I didn't do it for me. I wasn't thinking about me. I was thinking about you guys. Like, I wanted you to get as much phenomenal information and energy so that you could move forward and make your best decisions and grow your business or become a better father or whatever it was, just in a positive light, and Tanner's on here. So what's up, T? My time's up.
Yeah, man, we're about to transition into the Q&A. Bro, okay. I love it. The energy, the passion. I want you guys to know that Alex started a podcast. It's called Boomnomalism. You can find it on Spotify. I actually linked it in the chat. So, if you guys want to connect with Alex, he's an open book. Alex has been so vital for my growth. A lot of what he's saying, might go over your head the first time around. If you're really not thinking so deep into it, but I will say this, one thing that comes to mind is this guy gets 9 to 10 cabinet refinishing jobs on a weekly basis. The pressure to do that. I want you guys who are doing cabinets to think for a second. how hard it is to get 2 or 3 jobs done in a week. Okay. Think about that. Just what it would take. What kind of marketing would you need to do? And we're talking decent sized jobs in a decent economy. Like we're talking, full kitchen remodels. I mean, think about this for a second. I want you to multiply that by 3. So he literally produces 9 start to finish kitchens on a weekly basis in his company. Now, you would think that this guy has an entire army behind him. You'd think that he probably has 2 project managers, 2 salespeople, somebody in the office all day answering the phone. No, he doesn't. He does all the sales himself. He has no project manager aside from the 2 that are in his shop managing that sort of projects, but he's not having someone run around and check on the crews. How does he accomplish that? He invests a lot of time into the crews. He ensures that there's really a lot of communication happening. He makes sure that he has people that are invested in the company's well-being and not being selfish, not being egotistical. He eliminates that from his culture. And then from that point, he brings it on the sales side. So you got to understand something, not only does he have 4 kids, 3 dogs, a family life that he's maintaining a $2.5 million cabinet refinishing business, 9 kitchens per week. And with all of that, his focus is staying linear on his mindset. And I want you guys to understand that the reason Alex is here is because he's sharing what he's doing mentally to handle the demand. Because partially what we're hoping is that some of you in here hit your stride this year. I want you to know that it's going to be uncomfortable to get to that point. And if you're not actively working on your mindset, how you handle stress, how you handle anxiety, how you act when you come home from a stressful day, what you allow to enter into your household. Guys, you see this thing right here. At any point in time, somebody could send a text message your way that could throw off your family, throw off your mindset, ruin a weekend, ruin all of this, great stuff that you're building. So what Alex does, he refines his mind, he chisels at it every single day. So I'm going to take 2 questions for Alex, and then we're going to get into the Q&A. You could just wait to ask them there. But if anybody has a burning question that they want to ask Alex real quick before we go into the Q&A, I'll go ahead and take that.
Yeah, like for another, just to mention one more thing, if it's okay.
Sure.
So I got the remodeling side, right? It's been exciting. I've got a lot of new customers, but one of them, it came on a Saturday. Like I got this job where it was 31,000, right? He signed up. Saturday comes, he calls, he's like, Alex, I got buyer's remorse. He was older, he was retiring, he was using a lot of his money, he was Canadian. He's like, Alex, it's really too much for me. I'm not looking for anyone else, but I'm going to put this on hold. I don't think it's the right time. I'm like, listen, man, don't worry. It's all good. I want you to be, your best self. I don't want you to be stressed out because this job. He was willing to pay me for my time. I'm like, please don't pay me for your time. I don't want nothing. Just you be happy. And if you ever need anything, call me back. Most people would be like, damn, man. I let the emotions in. Trust me, my inside, I was like, oh, that hurts a little bit. That was fun to get that one. But I let the emotions in. I let them out. And then we went and had a family day. That was it for that moment. I let it in. I felt the pain. I did. And then I'm like, that's gone. We're going to get millions more. Like it doesn't matter. That we're not letting this energy affect. Remember, energy, think about it as you have an energy bank. Who are you going to give your energy to? What are you going to give your energy to? You going to give it to negative people who piss you off, or are you going to give it to the people who love you?
Hey, Tanner. So I'm going to hop in here real quick. I just wanted to emphasize to this group how important what Alex is saying is. As a business owner who I just hired 8 people in the last 30 days, it becomes very overwhelming very quick to continue at that level, that level of mindset and that level of endurance, right? It's draining mentally. Something I do every single morning. I wake up at 4:30. I go to bed like an old man around 8:39. Yep. Wake up at 4:30 every morning. I put my phone on either sleep mode, airplane mode, or there's like the screen time that basically locks your phone down. The first 2 hours of every day are mine. So I get up, I get out of bed, I work out, I meditate, stretch, shower. So by 6:30 in the morning, I've invested 2 hours of my day into my mind and body before I even get started. Guys, if you don't take care of yourself before you need to put yourself in front of your business, right? Your business will always come second. Your family, your friends, they're more important than your business ever will be. All right. But if you get those in line, I promise you, everything else will fall into place. Your business will succeed, but you need to take care of yourself and your mind. So Alex, I appreciate you talking about everything that you did today. Guys, I cannot emphasize enough how critical that is for you and your future.
Love it. I mean, it's huge. I mean, it's about setting the tone and just being ready to take on the world. I mean, never before have we had so much reach internally. Like you know, what did people do back in the day? They go off to the office, all the BS was there. Can you imagine leaving all that and like being able to come home and just, I'll deal with it. You didn't have a choice. Be careful with these phones. Your customers can contact you at any point in time during the night as their little thoughts populate about their project. Even if it's them sending you a picture of a touch up, immediately spikes cortisol. 100%. I experience it. Or, you know, hey, they didn't paint this the right color. Hey, did you do this? I mean, we've got to protect ourselves because, again, the culture depends on it. Like,